Hello teachers and welcome back. This is now part 2 of 3 for lesson 3. Give me 5, book 3. And this is a reminder of the content that we're going to be focused on for this particular lesson. And we've just now finished our substitution. You can see that in the previous clip. And as you can see on the left-hand side, we've got the words brilliant, amazing, good. Now I'm going to draw my students' attention to those words, and I want to reinforce the meaning behind it. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to draw a little picture. So somebody's brilliant at something is, of course, the very best. Amazing, still really good. Good, in this particular case, is so-so, is actually so-so, you know what I mean? Okay, okay, it's not good. And then not very good is not very good. Okay, maybe it's even terrible. But those kinds of words are very English, British English, England English kind of usage. So I want the students to really be able to use them properly and in context. And as a result, I'm going to write those words on the board and I want them to be able to use it. Now, I'm going to use a die in this particular activity and I'm going to choose a subject. So here's my die and I'm going to choose geography and I'm going to say, all right, geography, blah, 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 roll the die. And if I get number 5, I'll say, I'm not very good at geography. Oh no, okay. And then I'll do it again. I'll choose PE, roll the die. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm brilliant at PE. I got number 1 on my die. So once you've modeled that successfully, you then bring your student in and you say, all right, choose your subject. She says history. And then she's got number 4. She says, oh, I'm okay at history. All right, next student, choose your subject. And he then says arts and crafts. 2, I'm amazing at arts and crafts. Wow, good job, Bob. All right, and then Bob sits down. Okay, so now I'm satisfied. I'm very satisfied my students know how to use the words and in context. I can then rotate those flashcards just to keep it interesting for the other ones, make sure that we're recycling that vocabulary. And now we're done with that kind of game. All right, so teachers, thank you very much. We're now going to move on to the table. Now, in that particular book, there is a table, but I'm going to now build it up with my students. So I'm going to give them a prompt, and I'm going to say 9 o'clock, and the kids can then guess what is the next one down going to be. 10 o'clock, good job. Boys and girls, you want to guess? 1 o'clock? Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's cool. Now we're going to choose days of the week. Monday, very cool. Next one? Tuesday, that's right. And the next one? Wednesday, of course. So like I said, you're bringing your students into it. All right, boys and girls, Monday at 9 o'clock, what's the first lesson? Oh, it's ICT. What's the second lesson? English. What's the third lesson? Geography. Very cool. Tuesday, what's the first lesson? Oh, it's history. And so the idea, of course, is as we are writing these things down, we're bringing our students into the lesson to make it as interesting and as engaging as possible. Now you can move on to the next one. All right, boys and girls, ICT, we're drama, we do it in the school hall. Now mix it around a little bit. History in the homeroom, etc., etc. So you can just go randomly around. All right, Bob, tell me where is geography, where's geography class? Oh, it's in the classroom. And then etc., etc. Okay, so now we've got a great spread of this table, and that is the days of the week, the hours, as well as the subjects, and of course, where they are. That'll take some time, and of course, you're using it as a kind of vocabulary. And then we're going to move on to our sentence. For example, we have ICT on Monday at 9 o'clock. As you can see, what do we have? What is the day? What is the time? And that's what it is there. And now you've got your example. So I've written down the model for the student. Now the student will come up and then they'll say, all right, Bob, you've got, give me a sentence. And then Bob will give the sentence. Or Jim, you'll give me the sentence. Jim will give me the sentence. All right. Rotate your students and make sure that they are familiar with number 1 over there. And then we need the next one, which is, it's actually basically where. We have ICT in the computer lab. So the first column is the time, second column is place, third column is how good you are at it. And so you bring your students up again to be able to practice the place. Arts and crafts, we have arts and crafts in the classroom. Good job. Geography, we have geography in the classroom. Good job. History, we have history in the homeroom. Good. So you practice that with your students to make sure that they've got the sentences down correctly and that they're forming. All right, now we're going to throw the question in there. And so I'm going to say, all right, boys and girls, when do we have ICT? And then everybody will shout out, we have ICT on Monday at 9 o'clock. Where do we have ICT? We have ICT. Good job. Okay, so that was our way of introducing that table and helping our students understand the model and the structure. And I shall see you in the next clip. So until then, thanks very much for watching and goodbye.